Hello and welcome to Astra Security. My name is Oliver Keeling, founder and CEO of Astra Security. Today I'm going to walk you through the mobile app with Astra Security. So at the top here we have my home. I can see at the top I have a couple of issues on the system right now. We can click that drop down. I can see I have a malfunction on the cell connector and a low battery in the playhouse. So we're going to want to get those taken care of. Right below that I have security system. This is where I can arm and disarm my security system. If you click the green shield, we have a little pop-up here, and then I can arm stay if I'm going to bed at night. I can arm away if there's nobody going to be in the house. I can also bypass sensors from here. So if you see this little icon that says 1 next to it, we can click that. We see that the safe room door is open right now. So in order to arm the security system right now, I would need to either close that door or I would need to bypass. So if I click the green shield or click the force bypass, it is already on, and then I can click arm stay. This little shield is going to blink. Once it goes solid orange, we're now armed, and there's my text notification saying that I was armed. Then I can click the orange shield again and click disarm, and we'll be disarmed. Just to the right of the green shield, I have my panic button. This is where I can initiate police, fire. If I want to do a silent alarm, I can click this one here. And then I have medical on the far right as well. All of these buttons are a push and hold for 3 seconds. And once you let go, you have a 3-second countdown before the signal is actually sent. Right below that, we have locks. We can swipe left or right if we want to lock or unlock. So let's go ahead and lock Rachel's door. All right, so that will lock. If I click on the word locks, it will take me to my lock page. This is where I could highlight all of my locks and hit unlock all at the same time. And when they are fully unlocked, they will stop blinking and they'll go solid green. So front door is unlocked. Once they are all done, we're going to check the boxes again, and we're going to click lock to lock all those doors. There you have that. We'll go back a page. Right below locks, we have garage doors. We can slide left or right here to view the doors. So Oliver's door is closed, Rachel's is open. Right below that, we have doorbell. We can click the little bell icon. That'll take us into live view of the doorbell. We can click actions here. And any devices that are associated with the doorbell, we can control from the live screen. So if I wanted to lock or unlock a door, we could do that. If I wanted to arm the security system or disarm, if I wanted to turn lights on, open and close the garage doors, that's all controlled from the live view here. If I wanted to talk to somebody at the front door, we click the green icon, and now we can have a two-way conversation with someone at the door. And we can click end call there. Top right-hand corner, we have the little icon with the red dot on it. If I click that, it'll take me into playback. If your doorbell has a micro SD card in it, you will have 24/7 video recording. So we can click that, and then we can slide this bar left or right and go back to an exact specific date or time. Right below that, you will see little snapshots showing previous history. If we want to scroll down, and we can click on an event down here, and it will take us to that exact moment in time and align the doorbell camera with this solar camera event. If I click on the lock event at 7:42 a.m., it'll take me to that time in the doorbell camera. All right, we can swipe down. Right below that, we have video. Same as the doorbell camera, we click play. That will allow us to see live view. We can click the 4 squares in the top right-hand corner. That will allow me to see more than one camera at one time. If I click the word video, it will take me into the video page. I can do the same thing here. I can click play on multiple cameras at once. Same as the doorbell camera, if I click that red icon, it will take me into video playback. I can also click the calendar here, and it will allow me to go back to an exact date and time for that camera. So if I wanted to go back to yesterday at 9 p.m., we can click the calendar, click the time, click off to the side, and it will take me back to March 10th at 9:20 p.m. Pull down on there. We can click on saved at the very top. These are our saved video clips. So anytime our cameras detect people, vehicles, and animals, if those rules are set up, you'll see these little snapshots, and then I can click play, and it'll take me to that exact moment that a person or an animal was detected. If I wanted to click filtered results in the top right, I can come in and pick a specific camera. And I can also say, all right, I'm just looking for animals. And now the front yard will search for just animals. At the bottom, you can download, share, protect, trash, or even give feedback. So if the camera detected an animal, but when looking at the video, it was not an animal, you can click feedback and say, yes or no, this detected correctly. So in this case, it detected a cat correctly. So we'll send that feedback, and that improves the AI software over time. Click the back left arrow. We can go back to the home screen. On here, we can control our fans. So if I wanted to turn my fans on, we can turn those on. If we wanted to turn our lights on or off, we can do that as well from here. Wanted to open and close our shades. In my case here, I have a pergola on the deck, so we can open and close the pergola louvers. Thermostats below that. So I've got the first floor thermostat currently heating, set for 70 degrees. You can see that the schedule is currently off. The fan is set to auto right now. If I want to turn the fan on for an hour, I can do that. We can go back a page. We can click this drop down here, and it'll allow us to see all the thermostats and all the humidity in the home. If I click on the word thermostats, I can click on the schedule, and this is where I can actually edit the schedule. So if I click on heat, this allows me to slide through and edit the schedule. Below that, we have energy. If we have any energy monitoring devices, that is going to be listed here. We have our water sensors and our water valves. So the basement utility room is currently dry, and the Playhouse slide flood sensor is also dry. We have our irrigation. So right now it's off. It's in standby mode. If I wanted to turn that on right from the app, I would be able to turn that on as well. We have our weather, and then we have our last tile here, which is our solar. We can click solar and view our solar usage. Now, some of these features Astra doesn't install or sell. They are optional. So like my irrigation company put my irrigation in, and there is an integration. So we can integrate that with the alarm.com app. At the very bottom, you can click video. This is where we can view our live or saved. We have our activity. And then on the far right, we have more. So we can click on users, and this is where we can edit our users. So if we wanted to add a user, delete a user, let's say I have a cleaning company that comes in once a week and I want to give them a user code. I can create a user code that only works on Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., for example, and then the rest of the week I know they can't get in the house. I can give them access just to the front door, for example, as well. And then I can even create an automation rule. So when the front door is unlocked by a Stella, we can have the security system automatically disarm. So if I wanted to edit a Stella, you could click the three dots. I can click delete, share, or edit. If I go back a page and go down, we'll skip down to automation just so I can show you guys my automation rule that I have set up. So let's scroll down here and let's see where I have that. So front door unlocked, disarm the security system. So when a valid user code is entered on my front door, it will automatically disarm my home. If I wanted to add a rule, I could click the pencil at the top, and this is where I can create or edit any of our rules. If I wanted to pause a rule, we can just toggle these little toggles to pause and unpause the rules as well. Reports, notifications. If we want to create any notifications or edit notifications, we can come down here. This first page is going to be our push notifications. We prefer push notifications for doorbell or video notifications. So like when a person is detected or an animal, I get notifications from my cameras. Those are going to come from the app. Those are called push notifications. Most of our other notifications, we're going to do text messages. So we scroll to the very bottom, and then from here we can edit action by any user, for example. And this is where you'll see at the bottom, my cell phone is going to get a text anytime the system is armed or disarmed. We'll go back a couple of pages here. Below notifications, we have places. This is going to be our geofencing. So if I wanted my security system to remind me to arm the system after I got 2 miles from home, we can have it set up to do that. Account management, if I wanted to change the name of the system, we can come in here and change it. We can say Keeling Home. Click done, click update, and now go back. And then manage devices. So if I wanted to change the name of any of my devices, we can do that right from here. So if I wanted to change carbon monoxide basement to basement carbon monoxide instead, because that just makes sense to me, we can click edit and delete basement. Basement carbon monoxide basement. Click OK, and now that's changed. Right below manage devices, we have add devices, and then we have monitoring settings. So if we click on monitoring, let's say we have a low battery on one of our sensors and we wanted to replace the battery. Before replacing the battery, we would recommend putting the system on test. Otherwise, our monitoring center is going to try and call you. So we can choose 2 hours, 8 hours, click confirm. And now we are on test until 10:58 a.m. Once I'm done changing the battery, I can hit stop test, and that puts my system back in service. While you're on test, just know that if there was a fire or a carbon monoxide issue, we're not monitoring the system. So once you're done changing the battery, be sure to take the system back off test. Below that, we have settings, so we can edit our login information. We have our wallet here, so I actually have a mobile credential here tied to my office, so when I walk up to the office, I can use my phone to tap the door card reader and unlock the door. Below wallet, we have app settings. One of our favorite features here would be Siri shortcuts, for example. So if I wanted to create a shortcut, so I could say, hey Siri, open the front door, or hey Siri, unlock the front door. I can create those Siri shortcuts right from the screen here. Below that, we have what's new. We have our app tour, support. We can call, email, support right from the app. And if I have multiple locations with Astra, I can swipe back and forth, and I can go back and forth between my 2 locations by swiping at the top. And there you have it. That is a brief tutorial of our mobile app with Astra Security.